Hi guys, so I apologise for not having done my live today, or this will be tomorrow probably by the time you get to see this video. Well, sorry, yesterday even. Gosh, my words escape me. Right, we're going to make the first page of our journal that we made the cover of last night on our live, or yesterday on our live. This was the cover. And we put the ribbon on, and we put the binding in, and we put all the tape onto the binding. So now we're going to make our first page. So our first page, we need 2 pieces of sorry, I'm getting a bit confused here. There we are. We need 2 pieces of 8 1/4, or 1 piece of 8 1/4 by 7 and 5 3/4. So basically half a sheet of A4 is what you need. Then you need another half a sheet of A4, but you need to take that down to 7 1/4 instead of being 8 1/4. So that's 2 half sheets of A4, one an inch shorter than the other. That was the easiest way to explain that. So the one with the 1/4 piece, with the half piece missing, we can just leave that to one side. And then the one with that's the 8 1/4, we need to score at 1/2 inch and 7 3/4 inch. Okay, and then we burnish those. Sorry, burnish those the other way. Then we get a piece of tear and tape, which you can buy from my Stampin' Up shop, which is on my the channel art. Where are my words today? And we need to pop the tear and tape across the first tab there. And the reason it's called tear and tape is because you tape and tear. Then we need to stick tear and tape on the second tab here. There, all the way down to the end without missing any. Squish that down so that it's absolutely adhered. And then remove the backing. She says, not being able to remove it. There we are. So we've removed that backing. Now we need to take this piece of cardstock that was an inch shorter, and we need to adhere that she says to both pieces of the tape, making sure those edges line up perfectly and seamlessly, and then we should have something that looks like that. Now then, on this one, we're going to have flaps that come across and one that comes across like so. So you take 2 pieces of the A4 again, cut in half, and you need to cut off 1/4 of an inch to make it 8 inches long. Each half needs to be 8 inches long, and you'll see why in a moment. Then on the short side, score at 1/2 inch on one, and then on the other one score at 1/2 inch again. Then on both pieces I'm using linen stock card paper, which is why I'm being careful about which way I bend my thing. If you can see, that's got a mild texture to it. And this linen stock paper is available from the Pound Shop, which is Home Bargains, sorry, not the Pound Shop, for 99p for 24 pieces. And it's 220 GSM, so it's not to be sniffed at all. Then we need to add tear and tape to our flaps. Which is handy, that is exactly 1/2 inch. And we need to do the same with the other one. Now bend that back. And I can now bend that one back that way. Or did I want it that way? No, I wanted it that way. I actually need to take off 1.5 inches. I need to take this down to if 1 inch was 7 1/4, 1.5 inches. Okay, take this down to 7 inches. So this needs to be 7 inches long. Scratch what I said before, not 8 inches long. It needs to be 7 inches long. Because apparently I can't count today. But that's okay. We shall just carry on. Then we take off our tear and tape. And being careful to get the right side. This is why it needed to be shorter. Because now you're going to take that tear and tape and you're going to slide inside right up to the crest, and you're going to fold it back and absolutely make sure that that is stuck down. So you've now got still open, but you have like a book page there. So you do the same with the other side. get as level with the other one as you can. Come right up to the crest, bend over and completely adhere that down like so. So we still have space in the center there. Right, next thing we're going to do is cover our pages with our DSP. Now for this particular book I'm using DSP by Debbie Moore, which I got from the lovely Deja, and I do believe this one is called Haberdashery Paper Pack. And I'm just going to go through the papers and see which papers I would like to have for my first page. I think that's definitely going down for my first page, but I've also got the two flaps to think about on both sides. So I think we'll have those two. And because this is shiny paper, it's going to be a little bit harder to age. Excuse me while I have a cup of tea. And I'll just get my measuring stick. And I will measure. This should be 7 1/4. No, sorry, it's not. It should. 7 1/4 inches long. By 5 15/16. So I want it to be, let's say, 5 5/8 by 7 inches. So I need two pieces that are 5 5/8 by 7 inches. We go 5 5/8. There we are. Another one that is 5 5/8. By 7 inches. And 7 inches. And then these two pieces here, our doors, if you like, are, so if we take our pieces, they are 5 5/16. So if I take it down to 5 by 6 3/4, five and 5 by 6 3/4, because I think I want more of the keys to show than I do of the plaid. Six and 3/4. And I want to keep these pieces to decorate a pockets that I'm going to be using. And I need to do the same for the other piece. 5 5, by 6 and 3/4, and 6 and 3/4. Now I'm going to be using the same paper pack throughout this book, simply because then I am assured that all the papers are going to match, because a paper pack is ordinarily designed to match. All the pages are designed to match each other. You should be able to mix and match. So we will stick down first of all our 2 main pages, which are this one. Now the book's going to get stuck down this way, so you need to make sure which is your up and which is your down. I'll open it up, and I'm going to be sticking this in here, and I'm going to be using wet glue for this, simply because I want a little bit of wiggle room so that I can get it in the right position. There we are. Make sure we get it the right way up. That is pretty much centered now. And then I'll do the other side of that page. I like to mat and layer all my pages before I stick them in the book. It just makes life that little bit easier. You can do it while they're in the book, by all means. You can stick your pages together and stick them all in the book and then mat and layer them, but it is a lot more difficult. So if I now get my bone folder and just smooth out all that glue, and the same on the other side, just smooth out all of that glue. Right, now I want to stick on these. Now, do I want blue to be at the front, or do I want this dusky pink to be at the front? I think I'll have the dusky pink at the front, because it actually meets with the dusky pink of this. So the dusky pink makes it to the front. Now, I will be doing another live tomorrow where I will show you how to make the next page, which will be different again, and also we'll be distressing these pages as well, or distressing the cover, I should say. I'll show you how to distress this page while we're here. Let's give that a good old squish. Bloody sip of tea. And do the other side. make sure you get to all of those edges. You want this book to last for years, so it's always a good idea to get to all of those edges. Better to be safe than sorry. So there we are. Now we do the other side in exactly the same way. Hope you're crafting along with me. And I hope I didn't make you get your measurements wrong. Oh, golly gosh. So there we are. And the other side. Now I'll tell you, I'm going to use Tim Holtz distressed photo to distress these pages. You can use any sepia colour. I mean, you could use pink, you can use blue, depending on what colour your pages are. Honestly, you can use whatever colour you like. I'm going to be using Vintage Photo.